Well, we're back again looking at World War III. It looks like everyone is in a rush to make that happen, so let's just take a peek where we're at now. And this is the evening of Halloween as I look at this. Okay. Well, the root card is the Chariot, and the main card is the Lovers. So, right off the bat, so the Chariot has a very clear goal. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the goal of fucking starting World War III, right? Now, here, the Chariot is upside down because it looks like the actual thing, like the mechanism to do it, is stuck somehow, or it's moving the wrong direction or whatever for the war machine to start World War III for real. Now, the main card is the Lovers, and the Lovers is showing a commitment. It's not just one thing committing to this, there's a couple different powers that are committing to it. So let's just see what's on either side of the Lovers. Basically, what leads up to it, and where does it go? All right, I might have to pull one more on this Five of Swords just to see what we're looking at. But leading up to the Lovers, which I'm reading here as the full-blown commitment to World War III, is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands, the person, it's like a test of faith, right? It's like how much hope that they have that they can get out of this maze and out into the world. But this would basically be saying, like, they didn't give up, right? Their faith was tested. They're like, oh my God, are we ever going to start this war? And they just didn't give up. Now, here is the massive commitment that's made. And anytime the lover shows up, so the two people, they kind of have to put their previous lives aside as they make this commitment. So it would probably show sacrifice of a bunch of other agendas, and giving completely to this one particular agenda. And as it moves forward, now the Five of Swords, this is a soldier that has invaded a city. I'll move this over a little bit so we can see him completely. So it's a soldier that has invaded the city, and the people of the city have surrendered. And here, the soldier has all the weapons and all the power, so he's taunting them. Now, I feel like that might be something like has actually already happened, which was an attack on a refugee camp, right? The people in the refugee camp, there wasn't anything they could do. They had surrendered. They were refugees at that point in time. And that shit got blown up anyway. So I feel like this is more energy like that, where it would be attacks on people who had no power. But that would basically be, par for the course, I guess. Let's just see if we can look at these two different sides that are making the commitment here. Interesting. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. That is really interesting because both of them are feminine energies, right? So on one side, boy, the Empress is like the main, it's like goddess energy on one side, and on the other side is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the one thing that I'm drawing out of the Queen of Pentacles is this is an energy that tries to solve problems with money, especially problems that can't necessarily be solved with money. That sounds a lot like the United States to me. And on the other side, the Empress. I'm going to pull one more on this because I'm not really following. The Hangman. This shows up a lot in readings that talk about this. And it's there's like some kind of timer. There's a clock that is meant to be adhered to, right? It's like these events, they have to wait for a certain time and then the events can happen. But this would also show that this power maybe has been bound or like not exactly actively participating. So, and the Empress is normally a very beneficial energy. In this case, however, it looks like it is one of the two things that makes the commitment to World War III. Okay, well, I'm going to collect these and let's just see. I mean, obviously, it's going to be Israel and Palestine that kind of sparks this. And today I heard that Yemen had declared war on Israel. So there is automatically a third nation, and that's not counting the United States already backing Israel and everything that they do. But let's just see like what is happening now or what we can expect coming up. So the 10 of Cups is showing this happy reunited family. The root card here was a 5 of Pentacles. So here, this looks like something. I guess this is a nation that had kind of been in exile that kind of goes back and rejoins the group. Now, I'm guessing that the group might be NATO. Like, I don't really know. But we have this is like a family connection and like a strong unit that way. They're very supportive of each other. And let's just see what. Oh, we got two that want to lead up to it. One is the Page of Cups, and that is the child of this family. And back here, the reversed Eight of Cups is showing a bunch of old emotional baggage that is impossible to release. So here it's one of the family that has this old emotional crap that they just cannot get rid of. And it looks like they had kind of been exiled for a while, but they come back and join the family. And what's on the other side of that? Probably some sort of invasion from the air, just as we look at the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a soldier, and this is from a different family. This is the Wands family instead of the Cups family. And when I see this thing upside down, I'm just really taking that as a sign of like an air invasion. Well, I guess I kind of do this every time, but let's look at some sort of a timeline for like full throat, all of the nations throwing their hat in the ring. And what do we get? We get the Tower. Now, this is good and bad. It's good because in the readings that I've done recently about World War III, when I've done the timelines, they were minor arcana cards, and I read those as shorter amounts of time. And I tend to read the major arcana as larger amounts of time. However, this is the Tower, right? So it's probably talking about an event more than a timeline, and it would be an attack on some specific building. Let's see. Whoops. We got one that just spit out on the ground when I was trying to find out more about what the building is. And again, we get that reverse Chariot. I suppose the building might have something to do with maybe transportation or vehicles or something like that. Let's just look further into the card. Boy, I'm not sure. I kind of want to say a hospital, and that's already happened. But let's get one more on this Ace of Swords. So it's a military installation. And I would guess that they store some sort of vehicle or something there. But this shows an attack on one of those. And it looks like that would be the actual event that would cause all of the nations to say, okay, yeah, let's fucking blow each other up. Now, I'm going to pull a card to see if there's any fucking thing that can diffuse this. What can happen, or what sort of energy even is there that could diffuse it? And we get this fucking reverse Knight of Wands again, which showed some sort of airstrike. Crazy. I'm going to pull one more on it just to see what we got. And it's the reverse strength card. Boy. So the strength card reversed is usually about biting off more than you can chew. And it could be that the thing that diffuses this is the aggressor. And at this point, I mean, that's kind of everybody, right? You can definitely say that that is Israel in this specific case. But after, let's say there's a ceasefire, that wouldn't stop aggressions whatsoever. Not even fucking close, right? So there would still be an aggressor in the future for sure, coming from fucking everywhere, right? So here it just looks like kind of a recognition of some force that can't be fought against. It's like seeing that they've bitten off more than they can chew. Now, in order for that to actually cause some sort of peace, it would have to happen on all sides pretty much. Maybe the fucking aliens will invade, and then all the humans will be like, okay, we can't fight these guys, so maybe we should stop fighting each other or something. I'm just going to pull a card on alien invasion, and we get the reverse King of Swords joining this reversed crew. The King of Swords is the military commander. Reversed, it might show this coming from somewhere else. But it probably is just an insane fucking dictator. I guess. Time will tell. But all of the readings recently have not looked very good when we're looking at World War III, and it looks like we continue to march toward that. And that, a very solid decision has been made. Let's hope that cooler heads, number one, exist, and number two, prevail. That's what we have for now, and peace.